Please.
Niache. Japo mimi hapa kuna mapenzi. Ujiombe, mimi usiniabudu, mimi si Mungu.
Please.
God.
You know I'm no one else but you.
Sasa bro ni umefanya actually.
Sasa mimi nimedu.
Umefanya nini bro?
Direct nilikuwa namuuliza by the way ukapatana na mse kwa na mtu unaweza muone accept that kid as your own. So he was like I never misses accept mtu si wangu. Like siwezi taka mtu akwe na mimi out of sympathy. Na it should be out of love. So I'd rather be a single mom than spend the rest of my life with someone who doesn't love me.
Love that you show me, yes, that I cannot take it for granted. Love that you show me, I cannot deny.
Hello guys, what's up everybody? This is Director Samaritan 254 na kama kawaida hapa ni Eastern TV. Now before we start, make sure that you subscribe, comment and also share this video kufikia as many people as possible. Guys, leo tuko na Sandra, and the reason of why I called Sandra here it's because kuna watu wamekuwa wakiniuliza Samaritan kuna mambo mengi tu tungependa kujua, na mimi siku ya leo nikasema ndamuita hapa kwenye Eastern TV aweze kutujibu tu maswali mengi, na sitaki kutumia wakati mwingi. Nataka welcome Sandra aweze kutuambia first of all unaendeleaje Sandra?
Niko poa. Yeah.
Maisha inakupelekaje? Hizi mambo zimeanza kuwa mingi hapa, naona mambo yanaendelea kuchemka hapa kwenye Eastern TV, and you told me that you have a lot of explanation concerning the things that have been happening in your life. Mostly the reason of why I called you it's because I would like to know, why did you hide your kid from Nathan? First of all, we start from there.
Point of correction. Mimi sikuficha mtoto wangu. And what happened, being a single mom, I need to make sure that my kids lack nothing. And the only way to do that is concentrate on my job. Lakini that doesn't mean that I've been neglecting my kid. Like I always make sure naenda namuona every now and then. And hajai lack anything. Hata upendo wa mzazi, as a single mom, I've always given her my best. Like even when she's away from me, I always make sure like I call her every day, check on her. Like mostly I even do video calls, like just to make her feel my presence. And Mimi, I can say I'm proud of myself as a single mom, because those who are single moms out there can understand what I'm talking about. Yeah.
So watu wamekupiga na mawe sana hapa kwenye Eastern TV. Watu wameongea vitu ill sana about you, na wakasema kwamba you are hiding your kid from Nathan because uku unataka ajue ya kwamba uko na mtoto. For how long were you planning to keep this as a secret? For how long were you planning maybe to reveal it for how long are you planning kukaa na hii secret katika moyo wako, kusema kwamba uko na mtoto? Na kama Nathan angejua uko na mtoto baadaye, unafikiria angereact aje pengine?
Okay, I had not thought of that. One reason being, seti nilikuwa naficha mtoto wangu. I'm so proud of my kid. And the only thing that I did wrong and I regret hadi saizi, it's not telling Nathan the truth from the word go. I should have done that, and that's a very big lesson that I've learned, because it cost a lot. Because while it's not for that, atungekuwa hapa penye tuko saizi. And about me worrying what Nathan will say, one thing I know, Nathan ananipenda, like tunapendana ile ya ukweli.
Yeah.
And I don't think the kid should be the issue here. Because as far as Nathan ameni accept, he should also be able to accept my kid. Yeah, we all make mistakes. And that's one mistake that I did.
So ningependa tu kujua, kuna kitu tujaijua kabisa. Kuliendaje mkateza kujipata mko na mtoto ukajipata uko na mtoto kando ya ndoa hivi sasa, right now you have a kid, how did it end up wewe mwenyewe ukajipata uko na mtoi nje ya ndoa na saizi already you are planning your wedding with Nathan? Kuliendaje? Na haswa kuna swali lingine nataka kuuliza, first of all, how did it end up you having a kid?
When I got pregnant, I was in a relationship with Ferris, and being in a relationship, when you get yourself into a relationship, you don't just enter thinking that it's a end, like unakuanga na future plans, and with Ferris nilikuwa nafikiria we'll end up together, and about the kid, hiyo ni kitu ili happen to, and I could not have aborted my kid. I had to bring up my kid even though mwenyewe alikataa mtoi. So what could I have done? Na si kusema ati simply because I got a kid out of wedlock that I have to deny myself a chance to love and be loved back. No.
Wow. So right now, did you plan to get a kid with Ferris, or it was just a coincidence, kitu tu ilifanyika tu, ama it was a mistake? Was it a mistake you and Ferris kupata huyu mtoi? And when you told him that you have his kid, alisemaje mwenyewe, alichukulia hili jambo aje, and has he been taking the full responsibility of the kid?
Okay, I wouldn't like to put it like it was an accident, but what I'll say is that it just happened. Like see, something we had planned for, but what was done could not have been undone, so I had to face the consequences. Yeah.
Kuna hii wakati ya rorashio, and Nathan alikuja nyumbani.
Okay.
Did he see the kid? Aliona ule mtoto wako?
When Nathan came home, hakuona mtoto because nilikuwa nimepeleka mtoi kwa auntie yangu by then, like mtoi yangu amekaa na auntie yangu for 1.5 years. So sikuiona ikiwa necessary to bring up story ya mtoi at that time, though eventually I would have told him the truth. Yeah.
For when was that the time? Eventually ni lini? Ungemwambia lini haswa?
Like we still had time before the wedding, and I would have told him. I was thinking about it. It's not like my conscience was not bothering me. It was, but I was waiting for the right time to do it. Yeah.
And your mom, you collaborated with your mother to hide the kid venye mlijua mnapanga harusi, ama ilikuwa mshapeleka mtoto kabla mpange harusi?
It was a coincidence. Let me put it that way. Because of course singeficha mtoto. Why? But since mtoi was already there, so my mom suggested that we should just let the kid be for now, then later I'll get time, sit down with Nathan and tell him about it. Yeah.
So you are planning to tell Nathan later?
Of course I was planning to tell him. I was going to spend the rest of my life with him, so it was only right that I told him the truth.
You stayed with Nathan for several years now. Mmekuwa pamoja 3 years, eh? Ile wakati mmekuwa tu na yeye mkiongea, mkiconverse nini. What kind of a person is he? Kama ungemwambia hili jambo baadaye, unafikiria bado harusi ingeendelea?
Because at first, you know why? The main reason hata sikuambia Nathan the truth, it's because I had tried severally before, and nilikuwa nasikia back then Nathan alikuwa na ile mentality ya there's no way, like hata tu namwambia tu, like simwambia direct, that indirect nilikuwa namuuliza, by the way ukapatana na msa kwa na mtu unaweza muone accept that kid as your own. So he was like, I never misses accept mtu si wangu, and hiyo haiwezekani. So you see, nilikuwa, but as years went on, akaanza kuchange that mentality, and he was like, enyewe mtoi, it's like just going to an orphanage and adopting a kid, so why not? So that's when nili sasa make up my mind, like I'll tell him the truth. Yeah.
About the kid now. Now, Kuna mambo mingi sana that I wanted to ask you, and there's another issue concerning this lady that came up, anaitwa Anita Shiko. Anita came and akasema kwamba harusi haitafanyika. And Nathan seems to be confused about the whole issue. First of all, you and Anita, who do you feel deserves to be with Nathan, you or Anita? Najua kila mtu ako selfish kivyake akisema ni yeye, but concerning hizi vitu zote zenye zimefanyika saizi, do you feel like Anita deserves to be with Nathan?
You know, it's only right that nijitete kivyangu, but at the same time I'm not a self-centered person. And hata kama nitasema I would love to end up being his wife, like the chosen one, he has the final say. Na what nani anapenda kati yetu wawili? Who does he want to spend the rest of his life with? Because marriage, it's a lifetime commitment. Na imposing yourself on someone, it's not right, because at the end you'd be the one to suffer the consequences. So I'd rather be a single mom than spend the rest of my life with someone who doesn't love me. Like, siwezi taka mtu akue na mimi out of sympathy. Na it should be out of love. Yeah.
So right now as you talk, you feel like Nathan loves you na ni wewe anafaa kuoa saizi?
Right now I can say I'm the chosen one, because in front of you aliambia Shiko that he wants nothing to do with her. What does that tell you? And then I felt good when he defended me in front of my aunt. That means he loves me. Yeah.
Nikuulize, Sandra, right now there are so many people who are in the situation like yours. Right now, do you feel like you're fighting the right battle, or maybe you're forcing issues? Wewe mwenyewe unafilaje in with you? Do you just feel like you're forcing issues to happen?
I'm not forcing issues. I don't never do that. I'll just let it flow. If he was meant for me, he'll come back to me eventually.
This kid that you have right now, mtoto ambaye uko na yeye, huyu mtoto ni wa Ferris alisema anataka, akisema sasa anataka huyo mtoto, unaweza fanya nini?
That is bullshit. For one, Ferris hajui kuwa there for that kid. Haja take any responsibility. Ferris, he knows nothing about that kid. And he's just prepping in everything that he cannot do anything. Like, hata ukisikia akisema he'll support us, he'll not do that. I know him so well. Yeah. He's just being selfish simply because amechana na bibi yake. Now he's looking for where to he wants to live where he did not, so which is not possible. Yeah.
We come to this other major issue. Hii ndio topic ambayo nilikuwa nangojea. Wewe na auntie yako mlikosania wapi? Nilisikia mnamuita auntie Moshane, auntie wa udaku. Issue, shida iko wapi? What is the main issue here? Mlikosania wapi naye?
You know, even when we were growing up, I used to see how my mom was being neglected. And I didn't understand back then why it was happening. I thought it's just the sibling differences. But now that she spoke out and said so many things, now I understand why. Wow, especially my aunt. She's like that because she feels that they are not of the same blood. I get. And what I can say about my aunt, she's just a selfish person mwenye atakange kuona progress ya watu wengine. Because of all the family members, she's the one we have supported the most. She has 3 kids. Na she's not working. Na hana bwana. So she always depend on us for everything. And hearing her speak, the words she was uttering from her mouth was so painful for me and my mom. Simply because to us, she was a person we trusted so much. Yeah, to an extent that we even took our kid to, my kid to her. Yeah.
Na looking at her, kulingana venye mlikuwa mnaongea nyinyi, you are having a conversation with her, mnatukanana, mnaongea vitu ambazo zilikuwa zinaudhi. Ningependa tu kuuliza na be honest with me. Is your auntie okay? Kuna shida ambayo, kuna condition tu ambayo ako nayo? Just asking for the sake of the people who are watching us.
No, she's mentally stable. Hana shida yote. Ni attitude tu akwanga nayo. Yeah.
Ni attitude. So the way she talks hivyo ndo wako.
Yeah, hivyo ndo wako. Yeah.
Na is there any other things mshai kuwa nazo conflicts za kifamilia na yeye? Ashai kukosa kitu fulani ukafili ya kwamba umelose apart from the wedding that she's trying to terminate?
Yeah, she's never happy about her progress. Like when I graduated from college, she even never attended my graduation party. And now I understand why.
Sandra, there is a big battle in your wedding right now, the wedding that maybe you're planning. God willing, it will happen. Maybe God ndio anajua plan zake. Within you, do you feel like vitu ambazo zinafanyika auntie venye alikuja akatoboa siri yote, do you feel like ni mpango wa Mungu ama una feel tu ni mambo ya una feel aje? Do you feel like she did the right thing kukuja kutoboa mambo ya kwamba umeficha mtoto pale? Do you feel like this is God's plan?
Believe it or not, I feel relieved. Like nothing, I have nothing to hide anymore. Like if Nathan is to love me, he should accept me, love me for who I am. Sina kitu ingine ya kuficha. Yeah.
Conversation between you and Nathan, mnaongeaje saizi? What is your plan? Mnaongelelea nini saizi?
At least of late nimeona progress. He called me, you see, and when he was asking for my aunt's number, and the conversation didn't go bad because we even had coffee together. Yeah, and I could see it in his eyes that he still loves me. Yeah.
And you're still continuing with the wedding?
I hope this wedding is still on because sikusikia akiniambia mambo na kucancel anything.
Have you made any plans about mtoto wa Shiko? Mmeplan aje kitu yote kuhusu maybe kuchukua mtoto, or maybe anaendelea kusema kwamba mtoto si wake? Mliongea hiyo story? Okay,
speaking on a mother's perspective, I would say mimi singetaka kuchukua mtoto kutoka kwa mamake because I wouldn't want the same thing to happen to me. I'm also a mom. So about the kid Nathan, amekuwa kisupporto mtoi and I knew about it. So nothing will change about that. He'll continue supporting the kid, and even on summers the kid can come and stay with us just to have a bond with the dad. I have no problem with that. Yeah.
Mama Nathan, mnaongeaje saizi? Have you been having a good conversation from the time that James was here akawaombea mkatukakuwa? Have you been having a good conversation with her about the wedding that you're planning maybe?
Okay, before tulikuwa poa till the story auntie Yakublo about my kid came up. Since then I've been calling her, she's not been picking my calls. So I don't know what's going through her mind. But I'm hoping come around. Yeah.
There's so many people who are going through challenges. You've told me that you've learned your lesson your own way. Watu ambao wanapanga maharusi zao na maybe wanaeka tu vitu kama hizi, they have some secrets. Unaweza waambiaje saizi? Because you told me when we were talking, you told me that you've learned a lesson, and if you knew that hii kitu itafika place iblow venye imeblow saizi, maybe kuna kitu ungefanya. What can you advise these women who are going through the same issue as yours?
What I would tell them, it's not a crime to be a single mother. And so many women out there are single mothers, and they all have a story to tell. And you should not shy off from your reality. You should just, if you find your spouse, you should tell them the truth from the word go. If they are to love you, they should love you for who you are and accept you for who you are. And so many marriages have worked. Yeah.
Through being honest and transparent.
Sure.
Wow. Guys, atuna mambo mingi. I just wanted to clarify some few things, and this was meant to be the shortest interviews ambazo maybe tumekuwa nazo hapa kwenye Eastern TV lately, and pia tunakimbizana. Mimi niko na ka cold kidogo, but at least nimewaletea tu ka update on what is happening here, na tushajua kwamba there is a wedding that is happening. Sandra anasema bado wanapanga harusi. Guys, my work will be to keep updating you on what is happening here, and naweza waambia until next time, we are out. Peace, love and unity.
Love that you show me, yes, that I cannot take it for granted. Love that you show